Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are now finished on Unfoldments 3 and we're going to start on Spiritual Unfoldments 4 and the first chapters of the Path. Just a bit of background. I have been a member of the White Eagle Lodge for many, many years. I simply love his teachings, and I'm a co-leader for the work here in South Africa. So my intention of this channel is to just share some of his teachings with you and also share meditations with you to help so you can get an idea of what the White Eagle path is all about. Many of us, White Eagle doesn't embraces all paths, and there are some of us that are drawn to the White Eagle way, and then others are drawn to the Islamic way, or the Buddha way, or the Christian way. There's no correct way, as long as we find a path that actually suits us at our stage of development. And people that are drawn to the White Eagle Lodge come because there is a desire for simplicity. Some may feel that the teachings given here are not sufficiently advanced, but this is a thought is prompted by an appetite for indigestible food. This is natural body instinct, for the brain is of the body. We do not wish to offend, but we do want you to try to see where this desire for ever more intellectual and indigestible food is leading. It is not good to rush forward to gain inner secrets before the simple truths have been assimilated and lived. If we attempt to do so, we come up against a sharp-edged tool which will hurt us. Illumination and subsequent initiation come not through earthly knowledge, but through spiritual experience. The daily response to God, to good, the practice of reception from the heavenly state, this is the only way of spiritual growth. We have not seen many passing through bitter human experiences. Shall I repeat that? We have seen many passing through bitter human experiences, and sometimes the question arises, why does not our God interfere? Why does he not save us from making mistakes? We are allowed to do foolish things, and why are we allowed to do foolish things and to suffer when our spirit God could prevent us from doing so? Had we only known, we should not have done so and so. It is natural to want to know what is coming along, especially with the idea if only we knew, we could avoid the pitfalls. For it is more comfortable to make a detour around a pond than to fall in. But if dropping into the pond is going to teach you to swim, if dropping into a spiritual pond is going to bring you illumination or give you something beautiful, well, do not take that comfortable path around the pond. We mean that to tread the path faithfully, you must be prepared to go through dark places as well as sunlit ones. You do not want to dodge obligations or resent difficult happenings, but rather say, if I have to do this, well, let it get on with it. Be tranquil and courageous, even if it is a little uncomfortable. Do not try to escape your obligations, not to evade the sorrows and disappointments of human life. They come to give you opportunities. We talk about good and evil. What is the difference? Both alike are teachers. Now, when the soul first consciously sets on this path, trials and tests come. Sorrows, problems, difficulties, and for a time all seems confusion. Although he is striving so hard to do right, the man feels as though he's in a fog. He finds himself up against people and human problems, and spiritual difficulties come crowding in until he knows not which way to turn or what to do. It is then that the temptation comes to throw everything away. I am sick and tired of the striving. I was far better just living in the outer world. This is a moment of choice when you must resolve to keep on keeping on, quietly and in a complete trust and faith in God's love. For as Jesus himself said, he know neither the day nor the hour when the Son of the Man cometh. You know not from hour to hour what glorious experience will be yours, what great awakening will come. Tonight you may be in darkness, but tomorrow you could be illumined. When you reach the true home of spirit, then you will become peaceful, tranquility, joy, and you'll walk faithfully and quietly on the path upon which your feet are set. This temptation we have described comes to all, though the individual experiences is unique. The lesson each soul must learn is common to all humanity, although it may be presented to the individual soul in a unique form. You cannot learn from your brother's experience, nor he from yours. Neither can you fully understand another's experience until you yourself have undergone them. Every soul has to face the same problems, to learn the same lessons, but your experiences are unique in as far as you learn them in a different set of circumstances, and therefore they can never be quite the same as your neighbors. You get impatient and exclaim, "Oh, I cannot understand why Mr. So-and-so does this, that, or the other." But do try and remember that all are of God, all are of the same substance, and all are passing through difficulties and trials and temptations, even as you are. Send out your love and goodwill to all, you may think. This sounds very childish. We do not want you to hear this over and over again, but these things are very essence of a spiritual evolution, of the mystical path which all must tread on their way to the temple of the great white light, or the temple of the Grail. In closing, Divine Spirit, we are thankful to Thee for all that is beautiful and progressive and lovely in our lives. May we never forget Thy love, nor our brother's need for Thy love. We pray to become more worthy channels through which Thy light may shine in the darkened places of life. Amen.